Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play. This, assuming everything goes well, should be Let's Play number 400. And for Let's Play number 400, let's play Chrono Trigger for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. This playthrough will only cover the Super Nintendo version of the game, though you can also use it for the PlayStation 1 version if you so choose, because it's based entirely off this version, with some added FMV clips thrown in where necessary. Even they still feel a little, I guess you could say, shoehorned in, simply because the Super Nintendo version did not have FMV capabilities and therefore did not show them. And if you're playing through the main story on the DS version as well as the Steam version, you can still follow along. Some things will be named differently, some lines will be different, some things will be... It's a different translation compared to the original Super Nintendo and Super Famicom version that came out way back in 1995, only in America and Japan. Europe and Australia had to wait for the DS version to come along. But if you're expecting anything from the DS that was on that version or also made it onto the Steam version, you should probably look elsewhere, because I'm not going to be covering them. Will I cover other versions of Chrono Trigger? Possibly. I'm very tempted. I do like what I see out of the Steam version, even if it didn't have the best start and it had to be improved when it came out, but that's a whole nother story. Anyway, Chrono Trigger, this game. I got it back in Easter of 1996. Amazingly, I also got Gex on that same day, but, well, this is the game that had a far bigger influence on me, so that's why it's getting the multiple of 50 treatment, which I do for every 50 Let's Plays, where I play either a game that is really good or a game that directly influenced me. And this is one of the rare occasions where both occurred. So when you start the game for the first time, you get to see the battle mode screen here. I love the way that battle mode looks in that pre-rendered 3D, downgraded to 16-bit pixels. I know it looks a little weird, especially if you didn't grow up in that time period. But seeing something like that back then seemed kind of futuristic. At least to me it did. Not sure why. But anyway, you get to choose between active and wait. This is like the battle mode options in the Final Fantasy games. If you set to active, enemies will attack you even if you're not ready. But if you choose wait, take your time to choose items and fight strategically. I recommend using wait if you're starting out, but I'm going to use active. Well, on the wait mode, enemies will not attack when you're selecting spells or items, whereas on active they will. Nevertheless, I'm going to choose active. And from here, you can enter a name with the D-pad and the A button, B backs out, and then you can press start. You only have a limit of 5 characters though, which can be a bit limiting. However, I am going to stick to default names. So we're going to stick to the default name of our primary protagonist, Chrono. And as soon as you see where the game takes place, somebody keeps calling for you. Chrono. Chrono. Good morning, Chrono. You have to press A to go through the text, and for some reason, the game does not tell you this, especially if this is your first time. Which annoyed 9-year-old me playing this for the first time. I'm like, okay, which button do I press? I mean, it was intuitive enough with Secret of Mana. That was my first RPG. But here, the game just expects me to press A. And it took me 2 or 3 minutes. Kid me was not very bright. Come on, sleepyhead, get up. Ah, Lean's bell makes such beautiful music. You were so excited about the Millennial Fair that you didn't sleep well, did you? I want you to behave yourself today. Let's get moving now. And from here, we're finally woken up. So, here we are. We apparently live in a modern, as far as 1995 goes, bedroom, I guess. We don't have a computer, but we do have a typewriter. We have a radio. We have a desk with the drawers, or 2 drawers, and a lamp, and pictures, and a bed with a wooden frame, and a bowl, and a chair. And it's kind of weird for the setting that or rather we start in. I will explain more later. Let's go down the stairs just by using the D-pad. And when you walk up to your mom, you will automatically start a conversation. Finally! By the way, that friend of yours? You know. Oh dear, I've forgotten her name. And from here you get to name the inventor friend, who we will meet later on. Luca. We're keeping her name the way it is. That's right, Luca. Don't forget that she invited you to see her new invention. Run along now and be back before dinner. And if you talk to your mom again, oh, I almost forgot. Here's your allowance, dear. Have fun at the fair. And you get 200G. And you just get more of the same dialogue when you talk to her a 3rd time. And if you talk to the cat with A, just like we did with your mom, you get the cat the meow. And downstairs we have a refrigerator, a working sink with indoor plumbing, and an oven. I don't think we have a dishwasher. I'm guessing those are just regular drawers underneath the sink. But there's also a radio over there as well as some potted plants. Seems very civilized for the time period where we're in. So we are in 1000 AD because a gray metal square popped up in the lower left-hand corner telling us that as soon as we left the house. And we can use the directional pad and A button to go to any place we like. Holding B lets you run, and pressing X lets you go into the menu. I will explain the menu later. But apparently we started with 400G and we got 200G from our mom, so we now have 600G in total. Anyway, we could go straight to the Millennial Fair, which is right here, but instead of going to Lean Square, we can go to other places. Now, you can't go to any of the blue buildings, but you can go into the green buildings. and you can talk to the people there. There are houses, but there are other places such as inns and stores that you can go to, and they're worth checking out. Let's see what's going on in the residence. Oh, there's a random person here. Hard to believe Gari is now 1,000 years old, and our king is his 33rd descendant to the throne. But how can he rule a kingdom when he can't even control his own daughter? Well, that's gotta be important. And there's the Truce Inn, where we can sleep at the inn. Lodging is 10G. And I won't be using the inn, obviously. Come on in! Take your bloody time. I'd rather serve you than go to the fair anyway. I'm assuming she was being sarcastic. Been to the fair yet? Not yet. Well, get going then. You'll have to wait 1,000 years for another Millennial Fair. And I should have just let her move. Okay. What happens if I say yes? Well, then that a trip. I spent all of my silver points at the Tent of Horrors. Keep that in mind for a little later. And if you talk to the woman at the piano, are you buying? Sure. Thanks. I'll play you a song. Did I get... Oh, you can pay her 10G to give her a song to play. And the further you go in the game, the more songs she'll be able to play. And this song will play when you leave the Village of Truce, which is where we're at now. Let's go ahead and talk to this guy. Remember the earthquake we just had? No. No. Airhead, huh? Well, never mind. What if I say yes? We've been having too many. Something's wrong. Hope the big one isn't coming. The game does not exactly elaborate on this. And there's this weird box here where the beds are. This box has been in the family for generations. Open it, and you may have what's inside. Sealed by a mysterious force. We won't be able to take advantage of those boxes for quite some time. Anyway, we're now back on the regular town music, so let's go ahead and go to other residences and talk to people. That brat Lucas says she's made the discovery of a lifetime. Looks like we'll definitely have to see that invention then. I'm so happy I could scream! Okay. And here's the Mayor's Manor where we can meet with the mayor, but this place is rather useful. I will cover it in the next video, actually, because I do want to show off what that place tells you about, and, well, if I did it here, we'd be sitting here for an hour, and I don't exactly want to do that. Here's Luca's house. We can actually see Luca here if she was here. But instead, there's Luca's bedroom. Not much going on here, but you can tell she's going through a whole stack of books. And by going up here, you can talk to Lara, who is Luca's mom. Oh, hi, Chrono. Luca's off at Lee Square with her father, Taban, unveiling her new invention. And she sits in that chair all the time. Although there's no reason to suspect why. I know I'm kind of quasi-spoiling something, but just bear with me. And here's the dining room and kitchen. No reason to ever go in here, and I keep forgetting this room exists. And oh yeah, if you go over here to Luca's room, you can be on the left balcony, and you can access the right balcony from Lara's room. So you can be on the landings if you so choose. Not sure why. And I will show the ferry off momentarily. That's the ticket office. And once you leave town, the music continued where we left off because we played with the box. I forgot the game does that. There's Guardia Forest and Guardia Castle. We will go there in the next video. There's also Zenon Bridge. And while you can cross it normally, you can press A when it says Zenon Bridge on either side, and you can talk to people. I'm opening a stall at the fairgrounds. Why don't you drop by? And everybody's just all excited. Just a fair. Yay, a festival. I always wanted to go to a 1000th anniversary. Just a bunch of flavor text, but you can see the background and the bridge proper. Don't know why you see the sun twice, but, well, there you go. I guess they couldn't make a big enough background to not show the sun more than once. And here's a desert. Nothing of use here. But if you go over here, you'll find another town. This is the town of Poor. There's an inn. 20G in advance. Well, come again soon. Yeah, I'm not going to be using the inns for a little while. But yeah, this is just your standard inn. Just 1 room, 3 beds. There's a market. That reminds me, I need to show off the other market. And here you can buy things such as weapons, armor, items. Though I have no reason to really get anything yet. And besides, I only started with 600. Well, 400 if we didn't talk to her mom. And here's the mayor's manor. And this is more interesting, well, almost more interesting than the one in Truce. Though Truce is going to be a lot more useful. The children are slipping away from us. It's so sad. The person I hate most? My dad, of course. Dad loves money more than he loves me. And if you talk to the mayor, I run this town, and I'm so rich I don't know what to do with it all. Give you 10G if you act like a chicken. Well, I kind of want that 10G back, so... Here you go, 10G. And if you look in the lower left-hand corner, we got our 600 gold back. We're back at 600G. Let's see what happens if we go up the stairs here. There's 2 more boxes, but, well, we can't open either of them. Sealed with a mysterious energy. But there is a chest we can open. Just walk up to it in any direction and press A. Got 1 shelter. So, menu. We can see our current stats. We can see the items that we have. We can see the techniques and spells that we have. We can play with the game options. We can switch the party members around. And we can also save our game in certain spots. Though we can't do it here. And we can't really exchange party members quite yet. However, we can look at our items. Shelter. Recovers HP and MP at save points. You can also use them anywhere on the world map. And it's a full refill. Not just for one character, but your entire party of 3 people. You can have up to 3 people in your party at any given time. Everyone says Daddy's greedy. They're lying, right? Apparently, the mayor of Poor is a jerk, and even his own family doesn't even like him. That's unfortunate. I want to go to the festival too. Grandpa and Grandma went to the 1000th anniversary truce. We're keeping an eye on things here. And this is the snail stop, where you can talk to people. Some monsters coexist with humans, like that piano player. Yes, there are monsters in this game, and you will be fighting them. I've got the best jerky in town, but I'm saving it. I might let some go for, say, 9900 G. We do have nowhere near that kind of money. 400 years ago, a woman named Fiona died trying to save the great forest that once flourished in the north. How sad. Everyone's over at the festival. What fools. And if you talk to this guy, I'm the piano man. You can play a sad song or an upbeat song. I'm going to choose something upbeat. Oh, and it doesn't cost anything either. Nice. We'll be hearing both of the songs here later on in the game. Man, this really feels like a hole-in-the-wall kind of place. Never really thought about how small this place was until now. And now I'm sharing all these thoughts with the rest of the entire world on the internet. Anyway, have we done everything here? There's the market, there's the pour in. You know, and I might as well go ahead and show off the ferry. Here's the ticket office. And you can talk to people at the ticket office. Nothing like a ferry ride. I take the ferry every chance I get. And the ferry just takes you between Pour and Truce. And a one-way ticket is 10G. Let's go ahead and take one, because this is the only time I'm ever going to show this off. I know it's slow as heck. Well, not really. But you don't even need to do this for any reason other than because you can. And there's another place right there. And it looks like there's a cave in that mountain. But something tells me we won't be going there for some time. Yes, we'll be doing things besides going to a fair in this game, otherwise this wouldn't be a game. Sometimes a mysterious whirlpool appears in the ocean near here. What could cause that? If only Fritz would return. I'd ask for nothing more. Apparently this NPC has a name, Elaine. Something tells me we may be talking to her again. And it's 10G back to poor. But we're going to stay in truce for the time being. And there should be a market somewhere. There's the Mayor's Manor. Did I ever go in here? I can't remember. Yes, I did. And now I'm going to go to the market. And there's a little doll on the counter. Visitor stall in Lean Square. I'm not sure if you're supposed to pronounce it lean or lane. I just pronounce it lean. Anyway, there's still some things that I want to do before I go to the fair. There's the stuff in the not the Truce Inn, but the Mayor's Manor, if I can find it. There's the Mayor's Manor. And I also want to show off the forest too, and show off what happens there as well. and then I'll finally go to the fair. But that will have to wait until the next video. So, let me press X and show off the save feature. We have 3 save files. You'll have more if you have the PS1 version because, well, each save takes 1 unit of space on the memory card for that one. And I'm pretty sure you can save multiple save files, I think, on the Steam version. It's been a while since I've seen it. But we can save our game on any of these files. And we can see how much time we spent, how much gold we have, and how many times we've saved, too. And with that, I will say goodbye for now. Join me next time where we check out the Truce, Mayor's Manor, and the forest, and then head to the fair. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!